health and a little wealth and a lot of love.
Believe in the specialties that we strongly believe in this. It'll just take time, but I strongly believe that financial literacy, like health and wealth, is inclusive for everyone. Everyone should have quality information, but there's so much information out there. I'm telling you what, I've seen reels, I've seen TikToks. Don't invest in your 401k. That's a bad thing. What?
That's the scary, concerning thing about social media and the internet is that anyone can post anything, and
Right.
it's so hard, with financial information and health information. It's
Right.
hard to know who to trust and
Fact check.
which and how do everything can seem so legitimate now because anyone can post a convincing video.
Absolutely.
on
And
social
it gives you a
media.
reason why. Like say, for example, talk about the gift method, which I'll dive deeper into that later in the pilot, but it's GROW, which stands for G, which grow your skill sets. I is initiate financial foundations. This is where you should understand budgeting, savings. You should know what a 401k is. So HSA. You should know what a mega backdoor Roth is. You should know what a Roth IRA is. Guys, go to suitsandscrubspodcast.com, download this ebook. I explain everything, and I call it the staircase to financial independence, meaning what should you do first? Should you save first? Dave Ramsey said you should save $1,000. Honestly, I agree with him. I think you should save 3 to 6 months. And I go down and down based upon your specific situation. And I'm a big fan of this, though. So I get a lot of people ask me for investment advice, which I never tell them what specifically to buy. I'm a big fan of ETFs. I know a lot of people push mutual funds.
What are ETFs?
ETFs are exchange traded funds, ETF. They pretty much follow the index. So if you think about our economy, at the S&P, you can buy very specific, industry specific
I'm gonna have to look
funds.
all this up later.
Well, you got me. I'm a walking Investopedia here. But no, and I'm a big believer in international. This is what I do, y'all. Y'all don't have to do what I do, but this is what I do. I do international. I do energy. Like, energy's not going anywhere. Come on, y'all. Energy's not going anywhere. International, these emerging trend. We can talk about the national debt, but I refuse to talk about the national debt. Because the reason why I said that is because we owe a lot of money to China, and there's a lot of emerging international companies. Like, for example, there's a lot of jobs going overseas, and so that's something to think about, like the rising middle class of other countries, like how that's going to impact. And when you have the economy bustling, it breeds what's the word I'm looking for? Social and culture. That's the word I was looking for. It breeds culture.
Yeah.
And so the culture, then it breeds other things, and people have disposable income, and they can do more things with it. So I'm big in that. Tech is a big one that I also do. And then, if you just, honestly, guys, if you Google the top 10 ETFs, you can see like what they do. You can look at the Yahoo Finance. It is not hard. Most people, Cody Sanchez is one of my favorite people. I don't know if you guys know her or not, but you love her too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we watch her all the time. I'm a huge fan of hers. She's way further than me in my group, which is fine. But her and I, like, we have the same belief, and the belief is there's a moat around the financial services industry. We know the jargon, the accounting, the finance, blah, blah, blah. And it really is very simple and basic concepts. And sometimes it's just asking the right question. And so I encourage everyone to go on our website, download that guide, and walking through those 4 steps and accelerate your financial freedom. Like, there's things that I talk about. I house hacked. Sorry, I get really excited when I talk about these things.
With a little health and a little wealth and a lot of love. That's the life that we live. Suits and scrubs.
It's just funny hearing about, ways that you saved money, just, having people pay rent.
I did. And I was making like 6 figures at the time. And you're asking me, like, well, how did you do that? Well, guys, I believe that there's 5 things that you should do. And I'll talk about more of this in the next episode, but just really quickly. One is you should research If you really want to accelerate your financial freedom, there's many ways you can do it. Let's say you're a firefighter, you really want to do that. We have a guy named Jeff. He moved to Texas, and it's Texas, Florida, and California, where they actually get paid a pretty damn good salary. That's a location strategy. But and I talked to someone at work recently, and they said their child's very interested in EMT. God love them. God only knows why. And they come from a family that's very well educated and very successful. But they understand financial literacy. So you know what they're going to do? They're just going to put $100 a month away in retirement and just live through the compounding interest. They don't want that lifestyle. They want to help people, which is very admirable. The other thing that you can do is researching the top industries. The top paying industries is finance, healthcare, and technology. If you look at the top 10 countries in America, it's all technology companies.
Yeah, it's on the rise for sure.
It is.
With a little help and a little wealth and a lot of love, that's a life that we live. Suits and scrubs.